Driver Denny.
Hi guys, it's Friday and it's 2 o'clock. So I've been seeing, you may remember a couple of shifts ago, I was telling you about the Uber teens and how you can get Uber to check whether you're eligible for it or not. A lot of people have been getting this back, where it's basically saying they're not eligible to do Uber teens at this point. And it could be for a number of reasons. One particular guy I've seen on social media absolutely kicking off, saying, why are you doing this? I've had no allegations, I've got CCTV and I'm not... I mean, I wouldn't be that fussed about doing them or not. If they say no to me, it's like, meh, don't care anyway. But I find it funny that they've got their own criteria that they're using the authority on above the local authorities and licensing. Because at the end of the day, we've all had our checks. We can all take teens. That's what the authority is all about, the licensing authority. Then we've also had another update where they've changed the Uber priority and they've taken it out of UberX and put it as its own service tick box. You know, I'll stick a picture there. I think they've done that to allow people who don't generally do UberX to have an option of doing a few UberXs for an extra couple of quid. Because there's some people that won't switch UberX on at all. They'll just do the other options they've got. So maybe it's to give them a chance at doing the Uber priorities. Anyway, enough of me waffling on. Let's see what the first hour gives. Right, it's 3 o'clock and I'm on 26 quid. To be honest, I didn't see that coming. It's been one after the other job. So what I've just done is I realised it's giving me job after job. So I switched the notify next trip off. And then when I pulled up, dropped that customer off, I got a small surge job. Funny that, innit? Because some people say that when you're doing the rider follow-on jobs that you don't get the surge. And that's what's just happened to me. See what the next hour does. Well, it's 4 o'clock and I'm on just over 50 quid. I'll stick it there. Guys, it's true what they say. I'm now they. Not like identifying myself or nothing. What I mean is, I've been stuck in a surge area. There's not been dramatic surges, but the surge icon has been there. And when I'd picked up a surge job and I was driving along, it was offering me follow-on jobs, and then follow-on jobs were not surges. So I kept switching off the stop new requests. And I've just done 4 surges in a row. They were only small surges, but they had the surge icon. So when people are saying it, it's true. I'm now one of them people that's saying it, because I've just tested it. Make sure you switch off the stop new requests when it's surging. 5 o'clock and I'm on 80 quid. It continued the surging thing that I was telling you about. So again, I was switching it off. No new requests, completing the job, switching it on, getting surges. I don't know what's going on. Why there's surges lasted so long here. I've been driving Uber a long time now and it's very rare you see surges. Never mind 3 hours of them. Well, 2 and a bit of them. See what the next hour does. They are starting to die down. You can now see white patches appearing everywhere. So I'll probably jinx myself, haven't I? 6:05. I'm on 104. It has been good. It has been a lot of work out there. The problem is all the traffic, the diverts. I mean, I just got a particular job then and it was a couple of mile one and it was 8 quid. So it was definitely worth it. But it took me nearly 25 minutes because of the traffic. So it was like, oof. But you know what? I feel like it's going well. I've hit the 100 mark already. I'm only 4 hours in. Let's see what the next hour does. 7 o'clock. And it offered me a surge job. It took every fibre in my body to decline it. It was going into Liverpool city centre and it was £23. And I was like, but then I was thinking, no, it's the city centre. No, I'm not doing it. So, I don't know, something inside told me not to do it. So it didn't. And now I'm on, by not doing that and staying away from the city centre, I'm on 140 odd. So yay, the little voice inside of me that said don't do that job, because I would be stuck in the city centre now and wouldn't have made that. How jammy's that? Well, it's 8 o'clock now and all the surge has disappeared completely. It's all as white as my face now. And just then though, I dropped off a job, and as I was dropping off a job, his wife run towards the car to tell him to add another stop to take her to the city centre. I have never completed a job so fast in my life. And I went, oh, I didn't know. I've completed the job now. Absolutely not happening, just because it was so close. And he went, can't I add it now? Can't she sit in your car? And I went, oh, no, it's whatever comes up now I need to do. I mightn't even get your job. And then some random job come up. It was only like a 2-mile job for a tenner that's still in the surge. And I was like, they've given me one now. I've got to go. But I've never had Uber be like it was tonight with the surges, after the surge, after the surge. I think the surge in total lasted about 2.5 hours. I've never seen Uber like that, and I've got no idea why. Absolutely none whatsoever. But it was really fun. It's Saturday. So I went in last night for my break at 8 o'clock, like I generally do. And I was sitting there having a coffee, and I realised my set was actually still on. And it hadn't offered me a ping the whole time I was having a coffee. So it was about 8:30, and I thought, you know what, I'll just stay in if it's that bad at the minute. I only realised because it offered me a ping after about 35 minutes. And it was a dire job. So I thought, I'm going to cut my losses, because coming out and doing the dire jobs after them crazy surge jobs, no, not happening. I've noticed as well, I read an article this morning, Uber One is launching for students, which is going to give them a discount on rides, and they're charging £2.50 a month for it. There's other things they get with it, but the important thing to us is they're going to get a discount on rides. I hope that's not coming from our pocket. Anyway, let's see what today brings. It's 3 o'clock, Saturday. 4 o'clock, and I just scraped the 20 quid. It was just local little jobs, but there is a lot of traffic about, and that just slows everything down, doesn't it? I have just noticed that they've done a promotion for Sunday. I don't know whether you have all got it or not, but the promotion is, I'll put it here. So it's £4 extra per job you do during them times. I think it was 3 to 4 and then 6 to 7 maybe, but you can see it there anyway. I've accepted the boost. I thought, yeah, I may as well, but don't go out your way for them when you see these offers, because it's been proven by other people that they lower the trip price, then give you that offer. So don't go, yay, there's a, 4 quid every extra job, and then race towards that, taking 20 minutes or so. It's just not worth it. I've accepted the offer for if it comes up. So if I work tomorrow, if I'm in town at that time, yeah, I'll get it. But I certainly won't be racing to do them jobs. 5 o'clock and I'm on 43 quid. So I'm just scraping by, to be honest. It is offering loads of jobs, but the jobs are like 4 or 5 miles away, and loads of them are going into the city centre and things like that. So my acceptance rate has dropped to about 16% now. I mean, it's something that you want to keep up, but if they keep offering you absolute garbage jobs, you're not going to do them, are you? 7 o'clock, I know, 2 hours, but here's why. I was weak. I accepted the job to the city centre, but look at the job. How tasty is this? You can't argue, can you? Look, 6 miles for that amount. Okay, I'll do that. But it was one of them. I got to the city centre, I dropped them off, and it was like, oh, I wish I hadn't done it. But I still probably would have, in all fairness. So yeah, it's been 2 hours, because I had to get in the city centre, get out, and I wasn't going to mess about on my phone pulling over there. And here's what I'm on. It's going all right, isn't it? Could be better though. It's 8 o'clock and I've smashed it in the last hour, but I did get a big tip. But let me tell you what just happened. So here's what I've got, 144. So sweet, in an hour, nearly, what, 40 quid. Great stuff. But a job popped up. Now I looked at the screen and I was looking at the route Uber was suggesting. And Uber was saying it's 15 miles for 16 quid. And I was looking at it going, I can do that in 8 miles. So I accepted the job, knowing full well that I was not doing 15 miles. So they wanted to do like an L shape to get onto the motorway and then go up, where you could just go straight diagonally to the destination, cutting all that rubbish out, all that terrible way out. So I accepted the job, thinking I'm going to get 15 quid for the job. I took my route. So I did it in 8.2 miles. I was close. It wasn't quite what I wanted, but it was 8.2. So I did it in that. Uber recalculated the job and gave me less by £1.50. How rude's that? How bad is that? That because I took a better route, they've given me less money. That's just rude, isn't it? Right, well, I'm going to pop in and have a quick break, and then I'm coming straight back out, probably half an hour. So the next time you see me, it'll probably be about 9:30. Let's see how we do. How rude was that? 9:30. What you're seeing on the screen now is 8:30 when I come out, and now 9:30. So you're seeing both of them. I've just had an absolute scream with a customer. So I picked them up, and I'm driving towards like a Wetherspoons, and she gets a phone call from a mate. And her mate said she'd forgot her ID, so she needs to get an Uber. Anyway, mine popped up, a job 0 miles away, going 3 miles and then 3 miles back. And I was like, I wonder if that's them. So I asked the girl, I went, what's your friend's name? And she said what her friend's name was, and it was them. And I went, oh, you've got to give me some gossip on them, and I'll wind them up when I get them in. So she told me where they worked, what they did, where they went on holiday and all this stuff. So I dropped them off round the corner, this couple, because they were well game to wind up the mates. It was great. It was great. So dropped them off round the corner, picked up the mates, and I called the girl by her name, but it was booked in a boy's name. It was booked. And she went, oh yeah, I'm okay. And then a fella went, how did you know her name? Because it's booked under me. And I went, and then I started naming. I went, aren't you such and such who works in the big Tesco and blah, blah, blah. And they were like, yeah, how do you know? I went, haven't you just been to Tenerife for an holiday? Their faces absolutely dropped. Oh, it was brilliant. I wish I could show you it because it was hilarious. See you in an hour. So it's 10:30 and I'm on 202. Now, although that's been good the last hour, it hasn't been many jobs. It hasn't been offering many at all. And when they are, they're absolutely miles away. You've heard me say it before. So I don't think the next hour is going to be good. But we'll find out, eh? 11:30 and I'm on 222. Very predictable hour. It was similar to the last hour where there was barely any jobs. I only ended up doing 2 or 3, I think it was. And the only reason I got over the 20 quid an hour was because I got a tip, another tip. And it's because of the chocolates. Told you about the chocolates, haven't I? I have chocolates in the car. People absolutely love it. And the tips go up. Anyway, so the next hour I'm open to do 30 quid. I want to do 30 quid in this next hour. 12:30, and the reason I wanted to do the 30 quid an hour was because I wanted a nice 250 quid to finish, and I've got 255. Yeah, then it is. So I'm finishing up now, but you know what, my acceptance rate has proper took the knock. You know, in between each of the sessions, sometimes I don't wait to log off and back in, and then as you're logging out it says you were offered like 33 jobs, completed 3. My acceptance rate is proper downhill now. It's a good job it doesn't matter, But it goes to show you that you have to cherry pick. You can't just do. Our acceptance rates wouldn't be so bad if the jobs were worth doing. If the trips that they're offering are great and good money, then your acceptance rate would be right up to 80-90%. But the problem is, a lot of the trips, it's proper like filtering in a car boot sale till you find the decent job. That's what it feels like sometimes. Anyway, let's do the roundup. So we've got Friday's hours, Friday's earnings, Friday by the hour, which I was made up with. Then we've got Saturday's earnings. No, Saturday's hours, Saturday's earnings, and Saturday by the hour. Okay. And then this video, total hours, total earnings, total by the hour. That's not too bad, is it? If you've enjoyed it, give us a like, give us a sub if you're new. Catch you in the next one.